clears throat. S.C.R.A.W.L. S.C.R.A.W.L. Super Conscious Royal Alien Wrestling League. S.C.R.A.W.L. S.C.R.A.W.L. Super Conscious Royal Alien Wrestling League. You're listening to HypnoAthletics Reading, presented by Hakeem Ali-Bocas Alexander for World Reading Club in association with UniquilibriuM. This edition's reading focus is called S.C.R.A.W.L. S.C.R.A.W.L. Super Conscious Royal Alien Wrestling League. What is this Super Conscious Royal Alien Wrestling League? Well, to find out, let's turn to my website called HypnoAthletics.com to the date of April 28th, 2013. Super Conscious Royal Alien Wrestling League, S.C.R.A.W.L. Have you had any experiences like this? I am sure many of you have, but have not dared speak of it to anyone or even admit it to yourselves. You are indeed reading that correctly. I am reluctant to admit this, but I have for a long time been a participant in an alien wrestling league. It all began sometime back in my early childhood, but got progressively more frequent as the years passed from elementary through high school. I've done quite a bit of research and found many similarities around the world of what I have been experiencing. I have determined nothing definite about the origins of this except the fact that it is a shared experience and very much real. Before you think me any more loony than you may already, allow me to explain. The research I have found shows these experiences may actually be some type of electrochemically triggered mass hysteria hallucination. That is not much more plausible than actually being visited by and wrestling with aliens from another realm. I say realm because they may be from another dimension and not necessarily another planet. They may even be from some unexplored part of the very planet Earth, and we are unknowingly sharing it with them. The interesting thing is that it may actually be biochemical. I can actually trigger these alien and sometimes demonic experiences by altering my blood sugar. I have noticed also that it happens often with sleep paralysis and sleep apnea, unable to move and unable to breathe. It is also sometimes known as night terrors. I have also had out-of-body experiences when these things happen. There is a lot of overlapping phenomena, and just because altering blood sugar can trigger it does not mean the experiences are not real. Altering blood sugar may just be like changing the station on a radio receiver or a television channel. Think about that. Changing body chemistry may just allow us to perceive and experience other realms that are existing right alongside us. We just don't experience them unless we change the chemical channel. This can also be triggered by electromagnetic changes and stress. It is not quite wrestling, actually. It is more like being held or restrained by an enormously powerful being or force. There are often sights, sounds, and physical feelings that are hallucinated. I have found that disciplining my diet stops these visits from happening. So am I really having out-of-body experiences or just out-of-my-mind experiences? It is very interesting that I have not been the only one to experience this. It is only that I have understood a unique perspective, that these are biochemically triggered and controlled experiences, and that there are very much overlapping incidents. Aliens, demons, ghosts, men in black, Bigfoot, fairies, God, and all kinds of beings and entities hang out in this astral realm. It is also very related to lucid dreaming. The ability to know and alter the dream experience consciously as if awake. I have been doing this ever since I was 4 years old. The better I am at lucid dreaming, the better I am at dealing with the whole cast of characters I just listed. The experience is really like learning to pilot some type of dream craft or astral ship made of part physical body and part astral dreamy stuff. Sometimes the experiences are pleasant and often reveal psychic information and innovative, creative, and liberating cathartic insights. Overall, besides the all too often experience of fighting the paralyzed feeling, which has a medical explanation, these mental adventures are pretty cool. I just don't like the alien wrestling. Those buggers are strong, damn it. And there is a chemical our bodies release to stop us from acting out our dreams and thrashing around. I've learned that lucid dreamers often have this problem because we become conscious in our sleep and want to move our bodies, which are paralyzed by this chemical, and things go wrong. But what about the very accurate precognition and prophetic psychic experiences? What about the very real and useful information and ideas like hypnogenomics that are mined from these conscious journeys? I've actually not gone into much detail here, but I insist that the experiences are quite incredible. Lucid dreaming is one of the coolest things ever. Being able to fly and use telekinetic and all kinds of superhero type abilities at will just by thinking is amazing. Wow, this is from 2013. All right, so I wrote some interesting things in 2013, or at least interesting to me. Continuing. There are just some creepy side effects like being in mixed martial arts grappling matches with strange, often scary non-human beings. And not being able to breathe sometimes is very uncomfortable. The very interesting thing is that I can control these bad effects by practicing breathing meditation and changing the way I eat. So what is happening to me and tens of thousands of people around the world? Are there really interdimensional and or intergalactic or interplanetary visits? Or are there just a bunch of diabetic and hypoglycemic people bordering on psychotic or schizophrenic struggling on Earth just barely eking out a sane existence? If I can figure out the chemical key so easily for me being sugar in my body and breathing exercises, I wonder what some advanced or black ops guys know about this stuff. All in all, I think it's amazing what the human mind can do, even when chemically altered. So I must ask again, am I having some authentic astral projection and out-of-body experiences? Or am I just somehow normally functioning most of the time and then just out of my mind when the sun goes down? Have you had any experiences like this? I'm sure many of you have, but have not dared speak of it to anyone or even admit it to yourselves. And if you're ready to get some help figuring this whole business of paranormal experiences that blend the dream world with metaphysics, well, I won't read the rest of that. I believe in you. Believe in yourself. But what of these super conscious royal alien wrestling league healthcare worker? It's cool. All right. Passing through. Just passing through. You've been listening to HypnoAthletics Reading, presented by Hakeem Ali-Bocas Alexander for World Reading Club in association with UniquilibriuM on the Wisdom app.